Be our guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we'll provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvre. Why, we only live to serve. Try the gray stuff. Don't believe me.
Identify some of the animals. We're not going to see all of them, but we usually have pretty good luck. Camera is, hey, if you have them, that's great, hold on to them. I am not allowed to stop and get out of the truck to retrieve anything. There's wild animals out there. And I don't do wild animals on the ground. Now, if you drop something, well, somebody will get it for you, just not Jenny. Now, this is Little Atured Forest, and the key word here is forest. If you look around, you're going to see very dense vegetation. Some of the animals, like that old puppy behind that tree, are going to be hard to see. Now, at first glance, when you look at the back end of it, it's going to look like a zebra. It's the only known living relative of the giraffe. If you look at its head and neck, you will see the resemblance. Over here on the left, that is a bongo up there, known as the ghost of the forest. Both males and females have horns. Males' horns will be about 36 inches long. So watering holes, a great gathering place for that black rhino right there. Sadly, there are less than 3,000 left in the world. Now they're hunted for the horns on their head. Even on reserves like this, they are not safe.
You have to do pictures, babe.
We've got some female greater kudos over here on the right. Now I know they're girls from here because there are no horns. Males' horns can grow to be 71 inches long.
That's quite long.
We're going to head towards the Safi River. It's our best chance to see some hippos.
It's on the left.
So hippos at birth weigh about 85 pounds. And a mature male will tip the scales at about 5,000 pounds. If you look where the two stumps are sticking up out of the water, I think you might see a hippo or two. Their eyes, ears, and nose are all on the top of their head. So they can kind of check out what's going on around them and still stay under the water. If you can't see them on the right, there'll be some more up here on the left. I just think they look like big old baked potatoes when they're in the water. The birds on the island are pink-backed pelicans. Their backs will turn pink during the mating season. Their eggs will incubate in about 30 days. So we're leaving the forest, entering the savanna, an entirely different ecosystem with many different animals. So speaking of different, just up ahead is an ancient baobab tree. Kind of looks like somebody planted it upside down. But those are the branches, not the roots. Only gets leaves, about 3 months out of the year. This is the most amazing view of the savanna. Part of the Serengeti grasslands. Stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. Acts like the super highway for millions of migrating animals every year. It's all part of the wild Africa we're all trying to conserve. Now the giraffes that you see are Maasai giraffes. They have a jagged, irregular spot pattern. Looks like a mama and a baby. The little animals with the black racing stripe are springbuck. If they sense danger, they will leap into the air. It's called pronking. And the gray animals down the road there are white-bearded wildebeest. Wildebeest will migrate across Africa in very large numbers, sometimes in the millions. The word wildebeest is Afrikaans for wild beast. The Afrikaan people gave them that name because of the menacing look. Over here on the left, sometimes we can catch a glimpse of some wild African dogs. They also call them painted dogs because they're so colorful. They're more successful at hunting than a pride of lions. Looks like they're right around the bush and up against the wall right there. Kind of black and gold and white and different shades. Over here on the left, you'll see some Sable Antelope. Oh, and there's some Ankole cattle. See them back there? They're a sign of wealth in Africa. They're never used for meat. They're a status symbol. The more cattle you own, the wealthier you are. And then again, the Sable Antelope, the emblem of the reserve. They'll lay in a circle so that they can see danger coming at them from any direction. So the mounds of earth that you see dotted throughout the savannah are termite mounds. They bake in the hot African sun, where they become hard as concrete. Elephants will use them as a scratching post. When they wear them down, antelope stand on them, look towards the tall grass for predators that just might be hiding. The animals to my left are a Sable Antelope. The one closest to us is the big male. He can weigh about 2,000 pounds. And believe it or not, he can jump 6 to 8 feet straight up without a running start. So we've got a bit of a giraffe jam right here.
You see it, man.
I love the fact he's just licking at me.
You can see it from down this side.
I see it.
Keep hold of your phone
Like
tight there,
button.
Ryan.
Walking up the road. He's turning around. Stop following me.
Ah, here comes the ranger.
I've been attracted over there with some.
It's good. It's a little come to my side. That woman said if you're behind the green.
Come on, you got some great stuff over there. It's specifically giraffe snacks.
Just gonna wait until the rain is done.
Nah, you can't bribe me.
The other ones are like.
All right, Chuck, we're moving slow. And now Safari 31 is on the move. All right. So the bribe didn't work. There's another giraffe. Hello. So we're going to make our way towards some mandrills. They're the largest and most colorful monkeys in Africa. In a troop, there'll be a dominant male, and he'll display his dominance by being the most colorful and weighing about 100 pounds. The ladies are only about 30 pounds. This is also the very edge of elephant country. So a lone elephant by itself is almost always a male elephant. A group of elephants generally are adult females and their offspring.
On the hill, see them there.
Looks like we've got some monkeys underneath the tree here. So the biggest threat to elephants are humans. They hunt elephants for their tusks. They're also moving into their habitat in very large numbers. Now with the destruction of elephant habitat, puts both humans and elephants into dangerous situations. Here's the big elephant. Many things we can do to help. We can support and join conservation organizations. Well, like the Disney Conservation Fund, where every dollar donated is matched by Disney. And all that money, every cent of it goes to the animals. So this bridge has been quite a challenge to get across, so here's my advice. Hang on. I've got my steering wheel to hold on to. You've got each other. You don't have somebody, well, it might be time to make a new friend. I think we could be, oh, lean to the right. No, you need to try and save your driver. Ooh, you guys were leaning left, weren't you? That's all right. We made it anyway, and I saved you, so that's all that counts. Looks like we've come across some red clay. Elephants will occasionally eat small amounts of this clay. Gives them beneficial minerals. Looks like a family of elephants out here. So elephants are pregnant 22 months and then give birth to a baby that weighs usually well over 300 pounds.
Ouch. That's more than me.
There's the newest member of the herd right there. That's a baby elephant. She's about a year old. She was over 300 pounds when she was born. She weighs probably over 1,000 pounds now. And I think she's very cute. That's her mama right there. Got a flock of greater flamingo, the palest pink of all flamingos. Coloring comes from the keratin in the brine shrimp that they eat. It takes about a year for a baby flamingo to turn pink. The last thing that turns pink is their legs. Oh, see a white rhino right in front of me. Looks like it's been rolling around in some mud. So at one time they were Africa's greatest success story, but sadly they no longer are. Ruthless poachers are hunting them for their horns. They hunt them because some cultures believe rhino horns can cure disease. Well, like cancer. The rhino horns are the same material our hair and nails are made out of. So they're not curing anything. We need to find a better way of protecting them, either through education or through better security. If we don't, well, they just won't be around anymore. Alright, laying right there where the vegetation begins, there's two cheetahs laying in the bushes there. They look like spotted logs. They run about 60 miles an hour for several hundred yards. They're primarily daytime hunters, and they are the only large cats that will actually purr, just like a house cat.
This is my favorite thing.
So just up ahead is a rock formation called a kopie. So Kobe Rock's a good vantage points for large cats, like this pride of lions.
Hello.
The male's kind of like the house husband, kind of takes care of the family while the girls go out and get dinner. The girls do the majority of the hunting.
Oh, wow.
You see it, like?
Already done.
Got some zebras out here. Now they're all black with white stripes. Stripes are unique to each animal, just like our fingerprints. Now there's a very comfortable female lion.
You see her there? Yeah.
Got some warthog burrows here in the hillside. They're up for the largest burrowing mammal. And off in the distance you'll see a couple of warthogs. They will dig the burrows themselves, but occasionally they'll steal somebody else's. And some ostriches, now they have feathers and wings, but don't fly, run about 40 miles an hour. And there's a close-up look at the zebras. The birds here are yellow-billed storks. They'll eat snakes, fish, frogs, just about anything they can catch. And the antelope is a scimitar horned oryx. Now it's adapted itself to live in the desert, which means if there's no drinking water, it can go without. Gets any moisture it needs from the food that it eats. So my friends, the goal of conservation really is to balance the needs of humans and the needs of animals. If we can achieve that balance, well then really everybody wins. And that's what we're striving for here on the reserve. I do want to thank you for choosing Kilimanjaro safaris today. Best safari outfit in East Africa. If you folks like the animals we just saw, head on over to Gorilla Falls, Western lowland gorillas, colobus monkeys, naked mole rats. How can you resist a naked mole rat? And I do encourage you to get involved in conservation. Hey, pretty easy to do. All you gotta do is recycle. Recycle, reuse, repurpose. All of that can help the environment we live in and the environment that the animals live in. The more of that we've done, the better the earth will be. My name's Jenny, and I never ever say goodbye to my friends. I say Kwa Harini, and that means go well. Please come back and see us again. No two safaris are ever the same. The animals make sure of that. Have a wonderful day.